I've been cooking since 1986, so I've been cooking 30 years this year. I grew up 2 or 3 hours away from Smithfield, Virginia, and so Smithfield was a household brand for us. It was a product that just was identified as the best pork that you could have. One of my first memories where I actually cooked something myself. One day at home, I cooked up some squirrel that I had shot with some brook trout that I had caught on with a fly rod. So that was my like 15 or 16-year-old version of surf and turf. I started off in a French kitchen. I'm a little unusual when it comes to the barbecue world and Pitmasters. For whatever reason, in my mind, I had this idea that I needed to have a new culinary activity, and so barbecue was what I picked up, and it's been such an incredible thing to take a beautiful cut like a pork butt and to make your own rub and to cook it with all just a wood-burning fire pit and coax really delicious, tender, moist meat that everybody loves has been so satisfying for me. I bought a pit, and I fired this pit up, and I put the rub on the meat and tried to make barbecue and ruined a big load of meat. But I got better over time, and I really started to watch that fire and pay attention to smoke. As I started to research barbecue, I also learned about this competition barbecue circuit. And so it just so happened that there was going to be a barbecue contest in September of 2004. My only goal was to turn in these meats and get them cooked and turned in on time, because you have to turn in everything within a 10-minute window. If I'm going to go do a competition, I want to make sure that I have the very best of everything that I need to stand a chance at winning that contest. So I'm going to have a great pit that's clean. I'm going to have sharp knives. I'm going to have a fresh rub, and I'm going to have great meat. Meat that's got lots of marbleization in there. I want ribs that are a certain thickness. I want shoulders that are a certain size. It's about competence. It's about knowing that you have everything you need to succeed. And I know that when I have Smithfield in my coolers and I put it on my pit, it's all up to me at that point, because I have everything I need to win. When I think about barbecue, I think I hear laughter and I smell smells. I got to go cook for the troops in Kuwait in 2010. And we had traveled, and it was a long journey, and I was tired, and the electricity was different over there, and we had trouble with the pits. But we finally got this barbecue to start to cook, and it started to smell like barbecue, and it was in the desert, so it was like 111 degrees. It was so hot. And I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years, and one of my favorite things when I was a Marine was to run and sing cadence. And in the background, I start to hear this formation of these soldiers that are running, and they're singing in cadence. And it's getting louder because they're getting closer, and this barbecue's starting to smell so good. And they come around the corner, and it's like this whole formation of all these men and women that are protecting us and keeping us safe. And all of a sudden you watch their faces and they smell it. And it's like, you could just see their faces light up. There was 2 soldiers sitting in these old-timey kind of classroom chairs where you got the chair and the desk attached in front, and they were kind of sat back. And I asked him, I said, "Is everything all right?" And the guy said, he said, "Yeah." He said, "I closed my eyes for a second and I felt like I was home." And that was why I was there. So I would have never known as a chef when I started that it would reveal so much to me that it's done, but it's a really special thing.